I think he's playing this with a lot of power. That is a quality opening red.
One.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. Beautiful.
Wonderful shot.
5.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket. Tremendous shot.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
6.
Well, no surprises here with the long pot attempt. Well, that's just outstanding. Superb pot.
11.
Lots of power on this shot.
12.
Well, it goes. Half a chance here. Fabulous.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
19. 20.
Really well played.
23.
Playing this with a lot of power.
24.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Down it goes.
What a wonderful pot.
27. 28. 35.
Aiming for the right centre here.
36.
He's aiming for the left corner here. In it goes.
He really looks in fine form at the moment.
43. 44.
'This is really tricky.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 44. One.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
What striking? That was something else.
6.
Tricky shot here.
Unbelievable pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do here?
7. 14. 15.
Important pot here. Down it goes.
And that effectively shuts out his opponent in this frame.
20. 21.
'High quality striking required here.
Beautiful striking.
26. 'Ronnie O'Sullivan, 26. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well played to take that frame.
Thank you. The second frame, Stephen Hallworth to break.
This is tough.
That's an excellent opening red.
1. 8.
Not really the result he was after.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
That's an excellent pot.
1.
Playing for the middle pocket.
Loose play like that isn't what you'd expect from a player of his quality.
Stephen Hallworth, 1. 1.
He'll have to use the rest here, which will make it a little more awkward. No problems with the rest there. Well played.
8.
'Well, he's taking it on to the left corner. Great shot.
Wonderful pot. Outstanding effort.
9. 16.
'He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
17. $24.
He's lost the cue ball a touch here.
25. $32.
Nicely onto the black.
$40.
He's finished a bit awkward here.
41.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
$48.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Oh yes, what a pot!
Position looks pretty good to me.
49.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
55.
No issues there.
He's playing very well here.
56.
Just the black required here. In it goes.
And that shuts the door on his opponent in this frame.
63.
A delicate touch required here.
64. $71.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. That's a beauty.
72.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. Nicely played.
79.
Perfect pace required for this shot.
80. $87.
Well, he's taking it on. Brilliant. What a pot.
88.
The long pot's on, and he's going for it.
Simply wonderful.
93.
Nicely onto the colour.
94.
Well, he's taking it on. That's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
99.
Just the colours to go.
What a century that is.
101. $104.
Looking to pot this brown.
$108.
Long pot, right up his street.
That's a wonderful, wonderful pot.
113.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
$119.
He's taking it on.
What a clearance that was. Superb.
126. And the frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
That's a two-frame lead now.
He's looking pretty good at the moment, and this lead is developing nicely. Playing this with plenty of power.
That's a good opening red.
One.
It's half a chance, but a chance nonetheless. What a magnificent pot that is.
Great positional shot. He'll be happy with that.
6.
Pace is key.
Seven.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
13.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on. Oh, so close. He needed some luck there, and he didn't get it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 14.
Not really the level of control he was after there. Lost the cue ball a little.
1.
Missed pot.
Stephen Hallworth, 1.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
One.
No real problem here.
5.
That's well played with the wrist.
7.
Nicely onto a red.
10.
Lots of power on this shot. Decent position to take on a colour here.
11.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
13.
Playing this with a lot of power.
$14.
This is no gimme.
Oh, what a shot. Unbelievable.
He couldn't have played that any better.
17.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
That's just magnificent.
Excellent positional play there. Inch perfect.
18.
This is tough.
What a magnificent pot that is.
He'll be very happy with the position here.
23.
He's just looking to drop this in gently.
24.
This will need good cueing. Fantastic cueing. He's knocking them in for fun at the moment.
29.
Lots of power on this shot.
And that's the black ball down. Careless.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 29. Stephen Hallworth, 7. One. Seven. Stephen Hallworth, 7.
Playing this with a lot of power. The cue ball drops, and that's a foul.
Foul. Stephen Hallworth, 4.
He's taking this on.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
That's an absolutely outstanding pot.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
1.
Now this should win him the frame. No problem there.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
What a top shot that is.
6.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
He'll be fuming about that.
9.
He really needs to be mindful of pace here. Doesn't want to overhit this. That hasn't really worked out at all.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9. Stephen Hallworth, 4.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Foul, but irrelevant in this frame.
Foul. Stephen Hallworth, 4.
He really doesn't want to let his opponent back into the frame with a foul here. Not what he intended, and to be honest, I'm not sure what his intention was.
Foul. Stephen Hallworth, 6.
This pot to leave his opponent requiring snookers. And in it goes.
That should be it. No real way for his opponent to win the frame now.
4.
Would you believe it?
9. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 9. Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
That's the frame in the bag.
Thank you, the 4th frame. Stephen Hallworth to break.
He's not played that well. Tough shot, but he could have played it better.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
No, not this time. Well, it goes. Half a chance. And he's missed that. He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
1.
Looking to play this with a lot of power.
The cue ball drops, and that's a foul.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1. Stephen Hallworth, 6. One.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
Not the quality we'd expect from a player of his skills.
Stephen Hallworth, 1.
Lots of power on this shot.
That's a great pot.
One.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
Excellent shot.
Four.
Playing this with plenty of power.
He'll be disappointed with that. Bad miss.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. One.
Tricky pot, no doubt. Not ideal.
4. Stephen Hallworth, 4.
Half a chance here. And he's missed it. He's aiming for the left corner here. And in it goes.
One. Eight. Nine. 16.
He's looking to drop this into the middle pocket. Beautifully done.
Excellent cueing.
17. 24.
'Looking to play this softly.
25. 32.
'He's taking on the pot along the cushion.
33.
He's playing for the right corner here. That's a top shot. Well played.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
40.
Looking to run this along the cushion. No problem there.
Great cueing.
41. 48.
Gently does it.
49.
This is being played towards the left middle pocket.
$51.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket. Excellent pot.
Simply wonderful.
52.
So, just this black needed. Tremendous pot.
That should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
59. $60. $66.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
67.
He'll want this to drop into the centre pocket. Nicely done.
73. $74. $81.
Just the colours to go.
$83.
Tough shot coming up. That's an excellent recovery shot.
86.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. That's a top shot.
90.
Pace is very important.
$95.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
What a century. Well played.
101.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power. And that completes a brilliant clearance. Fantastic play.
108. Frame and match, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And he's through.